Well, it's a winning form's good form, isn't it? So pretty happy to get another win, but really it's stepping stone, and slowly but surely it's good. Good side, you know, they're a very good competitive side, Fremantle. You know, they had a few of their key players out, but they played a very good system, and it was important that we played well against that system.
You said during the week that Fremantle was a very strong defensive side.
Yeah.
Are you happy with the defensive pressure you guys put on them?
Yeah, I thought it was. It's a contrast between us and them. So we were pretty happy to come away with what we thought were opportunities forward of the ball.
Forward pressure from early. They were turning the ball over a lot coming out of half back. Is that the focusing coming in today?
Oh no, it wasn't the. No, we can't afford to just focus in on one thing. We've got so many. You know, in many respects, you're pleased that the football's on, but as a coach, you're thinking, I really would have liked another 2 or 3 months, because there's so many things to cover that are different than, say, the previous system. And mark my words on this, there is no right or wrong way. It's just simply you've got to get it your way. And your way may be different, it may be worse in some areas or better in some other areas. That's just the way it is. You can't. So I just think we've taken a few good steps tonight, but when I look at some of the things that took place out there, and you think we just need time to really get those things right. And I don't say, maybe I may be exaggerating the 3 months, but certainly, are we going to be ready by round one? Well, we're getting some good competition, put it that way. But reality-wise, coming into an organisation, and I think most coaches would be the same, you're praying for a bit of time to just keep getting and rehearsing and rehearsing and rehearsing things that you want done the way you want it done. So.
What was the best or most significant step in tonight from the previous games?
I just think the flexibility of the team. That's probably, you know, you asked me the best, I think that's probably it.
Do you mean like, I guess, Eddie sort of starting in the middle and going forward?
Oh, I think White back at both ends, Henderson both ends, to, you know, the 4 big blokes, and that's no Hampson out there tonight, been able to interchange their roles. I reckon, you know, we probably use about 5 or 6 addition to the full, you know, the back line. We used probably about 10 or 11 players through the back half, and that meant we probably did the same through the front half. Just the ability to be able to absorb what's required at both ends of the ground, and in particular around the middle.
How'd you go with the interchange system? Was it a factor for you guys?
Well, we try not to make it a factor. It's just a look. Every coach has had a comment about it. You all know my comment on it. I just think there was a remark during the week, which was a very smart remark. Let it go. It'll fall into a position where it suits everyone. I watched the game probably as close as anyone. It doesn't pose any problems. Aesthetically, what do we see? You know, if people come and watch the game, they might see a multiple change during the 30-second ad break. People at home don't see it. People at the ground couldn't care. Coaches get driven mad by having a reduced number. So I just don't get it. And I sincerely hope that the Rules Committee are governed by people who have got an understanding of the modern game, not previous long ago coaches or long ago players, or new players that have no say, or new officials that are just treated with, you just make up the numbers. I hope it's not dominated by 1 or 2 people who seem to be able to push their way in and around, and as a consequence, it feels good to be in control, so therefore we'll make it 80, because I hate it. I don't hate it. Those particular people hate it, so therefore it comes in. Well, it's not friendly to the players. And if they want medical evidence, which they've chosen to dismiss, it will suggest that there is a very strong link between more interchanges and less injuries. not the other way around. Because you fatigue players, they're more likely to have fatigue-type injuries.
Did you go close to the mark in terms of making 8?
I hope we did, just to prove that we didn't, because I don't want the AFL or the Rules Committee or someone from the Rules Committee saying, see, they don't need that many. No, last night it was 71, 72. I feel sorry for those coaches, because now they're going to say, well, you only need 70. Let's make it 70. Let me tell you, anything shy of 20, 20 and 20 by three-quarter time was guess. After that, we rushed as many as we possibly could. When I say guess, we went right to the line. In the last quarter, I didn't want 3 blokes going back on, so it's hard to interchange no blokes and build up your numbers. But I reckon we're pretty close. In fact, I don't know, this thing tells me everything except what time they ate. So I would say, I dare say to be in here somewhere. So I'll find it for you later on, but it'll be pretty close.
Just with the back to back line, Layla and Jamison didn't play a lot last year, but they seem to be good tonight. You seem to be settling. I know you ran 10 or 11 guys through there, but you might have had 6 or 7 that's becoming quite settled quite quickly. I mean, they kicked 2 goals in the first half.
Yeah, well, yes, they did. Well, they're quality players. They just need ground time, and they need ground time together. And they're starting. You know, they're not exactly starting the same time, even though they've come in together. There's a little bit of a difference in regard to their fitness level. So we've just got to, you know, get that right by round 1.
All clear in the injury front?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, I had a chance to talk to the medical people. We rushed as many people on and off as you can see, like our other clubs. It's not ideal because you've got to keep your last player really into the last quarter because you don't know what's going to happen, and that's a shame in this case for Tommy Bell because we wanted him to get half a game in, but if you bring him on and someone goes down, then you're really pushing it at this time of the year. It's, you know, there's still, you know, players. We're really edgy about some of these blokes playing full games of football because they just need to be rotated a lot more than the opportunity. Anyway, I harped on it long enough, I suppose.